same thing you said with the fitness industry, Brendan. And like, I mean, the problem even with that to a bigger standpoint is that it's happening like in mainstream media. Like I was
Yeah.
literally in the grocery store on the weekend and I saw a magazine sitting there. It was like one of the Fitness Digests had, a picture of some celebrity girl on it or whatever. And it was like, follow this program and see how I lost 27 pounds in 30 days. I'm like,
I
that's
feel bad for these
insane.
people because I feel like one, they don't know any better, but two, also they're just so desperate.
Yeah. Well,
And
like,
that's
let me put it to you this way. Like, like David, you and I both prep for bodybuilding shows. Like my last one, it took me 6 months to lose 40 pounds of fat, like to prep, to be on stage. It took me 6 months to lose 40 pounds the right way. And I was healthy and I was shredded and it like, I was losing, 1 pound a week, sometimes 2 pounds a week. There was a couple weeks I wouldn't lose any weight. And the way I did it, I didn't take, a million pills. I didn't take a million caffeine supplements. I literally just ate less and I moved more. And it takes a long time, but that's it. Like that's as simple as it. You take in less than you're putting out. And you can't do that in a month and lose that much weight.
Or
yeah,
you could, but
absolutely.
just ruin your body though.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
just bounce right back and it would
Yeah.
be even worse. Like, they
Yeah.
put you on these pills that like a lot of these pills, I know kind of a little bit of a rant, but just a quick point on fitness stuff. This drives me insane
Let's
too.
go for it.
It's a
Just
good
so everybody
comparison though, so I really like it.
Yeah, so just so everybody knows, like a lot of the times, anytime you're seeing these magazines and stuff, they're like, oh, take these diet pills, quote unquote, and you're gonna lose, 10 pounds in a week. Those are diuretics, they're water pills. So all they're doing is they're just making your body cut a ton of water. It's being incredibly hard on your kidneys. And then the second you stop taking those pills, because you haven't lost a single ounce of fat, you're immediately just gonna put that water back on, which your body needs to be healthy, and you'll be back up to the same weight. And then you're gonna get all depressed because you don't think you lost any weight because you didn't lose any weight in the first place. You're just basically really dehydrated.
Yeah. Yeah. But so the reason I put that out there is because like I lean towards quite being like a libertarian, not on the left. I'm not about bubble wrapping, band-aiding people. And I'm like, at what point do you just say like, do people need to admit like you made a stupid mistake and the only way through it is not to like, I understand making a mistake because you're desperate, but like don't continue making desperate mistakes. If you make it once in any area of your life, you should realize that's not the path to go. You know what I
Yeah.
Mhm.
mean? Right.
So
Yeah.
I do like really agree with your sentiment, and in ways I'm a libertarian too. But we've talked about living within the system, and I think just like the proliferation of the internet and social media and trading apps like Robinhood and everything else, it really is the wild wild west, and we need just a little bit more oversight. We need a little bit more regulations. People have to educate themselves. If you want to take control of your own financial situation. I think watching the Jack of All Trades podcast is definitely a great place to start, where you will get an unbiased point of view. You learn a lot, and especially in really is uncharted territories
Yeah.
in
I mean,
an interesting way, because we've never been so connected. The world's never been so global. There's never been such free access to financial markets as there's ever been. And there's a lot of snake oil salesmen, and there's a lot of people trying to scam you and take your money. And I think you just now more than ever need to be just more and more cautious.
mhm. Yeah, I think that the one thing that we always kind of talk about on the show a million times, and it really goes with investing or fitness or business or pretty much anything. It's across the board. Is it takes time. I mean, you gotta actually learn how to do something. Like there is ways to make money quick. Yeah, you can walk into a casino and win the lottery. Yeah, you can get a lottery ticket. Like yeah, you can bet big on a stock and make a whole whack load of money, but that's going to go just as quick as it comes in if you don't know what to do with it. So like the best way to set yourself up for, fitness or business or financials or anything is you have to take the time to learn how to do it. It's literally no different than going to school for 4 years to get an engineering degree or a business degree, and then you have all that skill to go out into the world and do that job. You can't just expect to graduate high school and walk into $100,000 salary job right out the gate as an architect, because you can't do it. Like you just want you. Yeah, okay, sure. Maybe you'll get that first paycheck, that second paycheck, but then you're gonna get fired when they know you don't know what you're doing. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah. I would agree with that 100%. I was gonna say, like, I had a conversation yesterday with Jeff, the owner of FE, and he's like saying like it's tough because he's got to now pay a bunch of money to get yearly inspections for the HVAC system and whatnot. He's like, you could not do it, but then you risk the HVAC not working, then you could have a lot of issues with that, right? And it's
Mm.
like it goes back to what we were saying. It's like you might have to pay a little in early on in terms of time and maybe even money, but it pays dividends later on, right? And you could get better and smarter and faster later on. So you sacrifice a little speed now for longer term gain,
Yeah.
right? And then I was just I made a joke when he said that. I was like, well, the way that people should look at it from a practical perspective, it's like if I don't do the checkup on the duct, realistically speaking, it's a relatively new building. I'm gambling, but it's most likely not going to cause any issues. To that I say, just look at your life realistically and say, am I that lucky? Because when I look at my life, I'm like, I'm not that lucky. If I get luck, it's bad luck. So I'm never gonna push my luck with something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I always like to just have all my stuff sorted out too. I don't like gambling or taking risks. You know, what's funny enough to say is, you know, guys who are traders and stuff, like I don't like taking risks. Like I like to be pretty confident in what I'm doing and have a pretty good chance of making money or making sure something's gonna work out or making sure my car's not gonna fall apart or, you know, whatever it is.
You're a professional gambler.
Yes.
Professional.
Yes.